listening to Banter with the Boys. From high octane to adrenaline, starting lineups to starting grids, gridiron to Grand Prix. Get laced up.
Let's go!
It's time for Banter with the Boys.
Yo, yo, welcome back to Banter with the Boys Fast Laps. It is 2026. We are kicking this thing off remotely, as you see. So, if there's any technical difficulties, yeah, it's fine. There will be. It's fine. But you can probably hear us now, and that's good. Anyway, I'm Smelty, as always. Our two co-hosts, if you listened to us last season, you know them, you love them. Joe, what's poppin', me boy?
Yo, it is so exciting to be back. Hit him with the yo at the top of the season. Like I'm Smeltsy. If there's any technical issues, blame it on Mike. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, Mike.
It's we haven't even started the season and things are already going down. So I'm very much looking forward to talking with you guys tonight.
Yes.
Mike, hello.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi.
I'm not going to give you a yo-yo. I'm not about that. But I am super ecstatic to be back. Looking forward to talking about Formula One. It's been an interesting off season. It's been a swing. My predictions have been all over the place, so I'm super excited to run through things.
How many times have your predictions changed? Mike.
You remember the last episode we had? Last episode of last season, I was talking about Aston being a contender, and for some light spoilers,
sticking to that
the case anymore.
No.
Not the case.
Sticking
the
to
green
that.
car is not doing it.
Fair enough. And last but not least, Kev. Oh God, Kev, rip. No, I'm just kidding. He's still with us. He's just not here tonight. Kev got a sweet promotion, so he's like traveling and stuff, which is pretty cool. So good for Kev. And if you can hear us or not, it's all going to be on me, man. So let's just hope for the best here. Anyway, without further ado, let's just head into some of this preseason stuff, fellas. Obviously, preseason and all the testing and all that garbage is just wrapped. You know, everybody on these new regs, we won't even touch on them. We touched on them heavy last year, and there's no crazy stuff other than Ferrari's awkward wing that they tested. That thing was kind of cool, but
and Alpine's wing as well.
Oh yes, duh. How can I forget?
Yeah, Alpine's got a different wing.
But no, well, I'm talking about that Ferrari one that they're not rocking the one that goes all the way around. Are they?
We don't know yet. We don't. They might. It was established that it's like the FIA came in and said, seems fair to us. It follows all the guidelines, so we don't see why they can't. So we just don't know if they're going to use a traditional rear wing or if they're going to use this new one in Melbourne. We'll find out tomorrow.
It sounds like, from what I've heard, that wing will not be their default. Obviously, I don't know, but it sounds like it wouldn't be their default, and it probably, if it were to be used, it'd be used on very specific tracks that may benefit from it a little bit more. Because I think it's really good, like at straight lines, but like it's probably not great other ways. So
fair enough.
I still think, in my opinion, if we're still talking about testing, probably the most exciting thing to come out of testing for me was seeing that, like just very, very different from, I believe, anything else I've ever seen in F1. But like very much reminiscent of, what is it, like the Mercedes DOS system that they had a couple years back. So it was really, really exciting. I guess, it was just getting me hyped for the season in general, just seeing something really crazy kind of show up.
For sure. Obviously.
I want to see more crazy innovations like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. It is intriguing on both directions, whether they will run it or not, just with how short of a period we got to see it. So I am curious if that's a tell for either direction, if we'll see it or not. Like they only gave us a little bit,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Joe, obviously you're still wearing the McLaren hat. How do you feel about McLaren coming out of the testing? Not at the top of the list per se, if we're going strictly on time, but in general, how do you feel about McLaren coming into 2026 here?
Yeah, I definitely don't think I would put them at the top of my list. But I would
Well, top of
absolutely
your
still put them at the
personal
top.
list, of course,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I would still absolutely put them in the running for the top four. However, it's going to be a long season. I'm probably going to say it's a couple of times. The things that I predict now, they could be completely different, like my predictions by
no,
mid-season,
own it.
just
No,
because of how
gotta
things
own it.
change.
No,
I'm owning
no,
it. I'm gonna
no,
own it. Don't
no.
worry. But listen, nothing's my list is not static until we get to the segment where we do our predictions. So like I'm not owning anything
Right
at the
on.
moment.
Yeah, no, no, no. Right on,
That
right
being
on. That's
said,
true. Very true.
McLaren still has two alpha drivers. They still are going to have a decent car, I believe. It's like everyone's saying that they're a part of the top four. I just don't know if they'll be fighting for that. I don't know if they'll be there for that constructors this year. It'll be interesting to see.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, we don't want
Agree
to get too
personally.
heavy into predictions. We'll get plenty into that. Don't worry. And I'm sure there will be a couple things we will banter about. So we'll save that for that moment in time for sure. Obviously, Mike. So wearing the Haas hat, obviously, again, if you're a returning listener of our Fast Lap show, you know Mike is a Haas fan, but you also would know that Audi has joined the ranks this year. So
Yeah.
is Haas still your number one right now, or is Audi kind of jumped them
No.
for you? Just your personal team, like who you're like just
Yeah,
devoted to.
my personal team like is definitely Audi now. Like for sure. I'm still gonna support Haas. They're probably my second favorite on the grid. One of two American teams now, but I've already set my
Scuff.
allegiance to Haas before Cadillac, so uh I'm like definitely I've always been an Audi fan. Like so
I
even
mean, you
before
jumped
Formula
right
One, I've
on it
always
when
liked
it when
Audi.
when the news came out. You were all over it immediately. So
Yeah. Oh
you can't
yeah.
really
And
say
I
you
said the
jumped on the
moment
bandwagon. You're right here at the beginning, and it's not looking too
yeah,
bad for him, arguably.
Bro said
it's
Haas who when he heard Audi was coming to town. I
I
swear he's jumped off it completely. No, I'm mad
cor-
at you. You can't just
correction.
ditch a team. No, you can't just ditch a team. You
I
can't just
took my
ditch a
hat off.
team.
I said, I don't want to play with you anymore. And I
That's
dropped my
exactly what
hat.
you did. That's exactly what you did. You're a
No,
fucking traitor, man.
Good
Oh
good thing we're
but
man.
remote.
Haas is
Jeez, I
still
feel like Joe would have punched
I
you
would
in the face.
I
Maybe
will
preseason has to be remote so we could.
I will be getting Audi merch in the near future here. I just haven't had a chance to
Naturally,
pick any up yet. They basically just released it. So
right.
but I will have Audi merch very soon.
Fair
But yeah,
enough.
nonetheless, I'm very excited for them. I was a little nervous at the starting of preseason and at the shakedown. Audi had, I think the only team that had more problems than Audi was Aston. So it was looking pretty bad. And Audi kind of came out. We're like,
I got one
yeah,
other
we've
team to throw in there.
found we found where all of our problems are and we know how to fix it. And then they came back to preseason in Bahrain and they found more problems and they came out and they're like, cool, we found more problems. We know how to fix it.
Right.
And so
They did
if anything,
progress
that's a
very well. They got better as
they
testing went
did.
on, for sure, 100%.
So
And what
it's a
wasn't
that's a good look.
didn't they add some crazy side pods after like day one or something? Or
I think
wasn't there
they
something
did,
with their
yeah.
side pod? There's something
They're
wild that was a
also
big deal.
they're also it's looking like Audi might have the at least in a straight line might have the fastest engine. They had the fastest speed trap in Bahrain at the very least. But that is what it is. Got to take it with a grain of salt. It's
You
just
you
testing,
feel
bro.
you feel good about that Audi power unit coming in, huh?
I think so. I think it'll kind of come down to them having all the rest of the facilities in line. So we'll
Sure. And I
see
mean,
we'll see how they do as a team.
I'm sure they've been prepping now for a minute, but it still takes a while to get into that rhythm. And okay, all right, fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. Obviously for me with Alpine, uh, I am heavily rejuvenated. Um, like I never left. But I'm Pierre Gasly guy all day. Wherever he ends up, I'll be switching teams if I have to ever. So, um, but I'll accept Franco Colapinto as well. Like I think it's time to finally, yeah, leave somebody in that second seat, like we touched on, and just see if they can progress at all. Now, if we get to summer break and it's Jack doing 2.0 Logan Sargent, like no, you know. Um, but I expect points in Australia for Alpine, 100%. 100%. And they're going to be battling. Oh, okay. Let me just slow down here. I'm going to get it too far into it.
So
But they're going to be battling all
your roll.
they're going to be battling all season. I'm not saying top 5. I'll calm down. Wait, hold on.
They,
We'll talk in a minute. We'll talk in a minute.
I mean,
But Alpine's
mean-
gonna have a crazy rebound, and part of that is 100%. Part of that is 100%. That doesn't make sense. But part of that is 100%. The
60% of the time.
The Mercedes power unit, which performed pretty well. So
I'm sorry. Part of that is 100%.
I know,
Really
I
funny.
know,
Part of
I
that
know,
is
I know.
100
No,
60% of the
I was
time.
like-
60% of the
it
time,
I was
it
like,
works
you
every
guys-
time. Yeah.
I was like, you two are some of the smartest people I know, arguably, and you're not gonna blow me
That's
out of
not
the water
good.
with
You need
that.
a better. You need to get a better.
You need to
crowd.
meet
a
more
better
people.
friend
Yeah,
group.
you need to
meet more people. I will say though, if I can just like if I can just kind of ease your thoughts a little bit, like you're not alone. Alpine is
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
I
They
was
have
like, oh,
made.
jeez, here it
They have
comes.
made crazy good progress over
Oh, yeah.
the winter break.
100%.
I mean,
so I'm excited.
like, yeah, they look. I mean, they had such a horrible year last year. And so like obviously the
Not
extra
good.
time
Not good.
in the tunnels helped. I'm looking forward to seeing them do a little bit better.
Well,
I
they
think
gave up
I've
on their car as
I've-
soon as they
they
could
did,
last year
yeah.
too, and
They
just
really
started
did, and I think
focusing on this one.
yeah, and I think they did that like other teams did, but I think they probably did it, at least from what I can see so far. I think they did it maybe better than most teams. In
Right.
terms of what they of like stopping their production in current year and working on their next year. And again, we may see that it's just wind tunnel time really helped them out here, and that's possible.
And
But
testing could just be a effing joke, and I'll
it
touch on
could
that in
be.
a second.
It could
but-
be. It absolutely could be. But Colapinto aside, Gasly seemed like he was fairly confident in the car. I wouldn't put. I mean, I'd be a little surprised if Gasly wasn't in top 10 in Australia as well. I'll give it to you.
That's what I'm saying.
I am curious though, Smelty, have you gone and watched the new season of Drive to Survive yet? Just came out?
I'm 3 episodes in.
Good, so you've seen the Alpine episode.
Yes, and I'm not a fan of how Flavio talks to people.
Yeah,
he is not a model that I take after in my managing career.
I've talked to Joe about this, and talked to like my brother and our buddy Colin and whatnot, and like I was mentioning that I was like, man, I think Flavio is making me dislike Alpine even more. I already had a really low opinion of him, but it got worse.
You know what's messed up about that too is the scene where he and Pierre and Franco are in the room, and he's kind of giving it to him. Now, don't get me wrong. You have to, hey, we got to get our shit together, in a way, but at the same time, how he goes about it is just wild, maybe different culture, you know what I mean, too, but at the same time, like Pierre was just kind of like in his little sidebar interview while that's happening, you know what I mean? Pierre was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, that's just kind of how it goes, he just doesn't take doesn't take shit, no shit, we just got to get it done, we just got to be better and all this, but like I don't know, it felt like really robotic of Pierre compared to when he first got to Alpine, so I was like, "Oh god, I hope Flavio didn't ruin him." But I don't know. I'm still disappointed he's attached to the team, but at least he's not running the show.
Hey,
that episode really made
you
me
know
like
what?
what's his name though.
Wheatley?
Is that who it is?
Jonathan Wheatley,
Yeah.
the team principal for Audi.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
oh
I
yeah,
like
dude,
that guy.
he's
Yeah.
such a bro.
No, I like that
Oh,
guy.
I love
And
him.
that
He's great.
episode really made me like Hulkenberg even more too. Just like just how he carries himself.
Mhm.
But for me, it was how intently he listened to Jonathan. Like when they're at the little lunch scene, eating some lunch or whatever. Just how Hulkenberg was like looking at him. I was like, this dude like literally trusts him that he's gonna get this thing turned around, and I'll be damn.
Yeah,
You know, I don't know. Just little
it's
things
great.
like that. That was incredible. But yeah, no,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
not a fan of the other half of that episode about Alpine really.
Yeah,
Ouch. Oh,
I was not a big fan of that.
so what I was gonna bring up about preseason, right? So obviously we've seen the testing laps, we've seen how many miles people have put on, kilometers, whatever, that they've put on. What can we actually take away from these numbers? There's talks of sandbagging, of course. Every year there's talks of a team or two or half the field, what doesn't matter, of sandbagging. So it's just like, how much can we actually base these numbers on going into Australia?
I think I think some of the important things to look at are not speed. Like don't like there's a lot of people who are like Lewis was topping the charts and it's like who cares? Whatever, it's testing, bro. I think the important things to look at is how much testing teams are getting done. So an important part is how many laps did teams finish. I think that's some of the most important parts. And like some of the top teams that we saw finishing laps were teams like Alpine, Haas, Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull.
Yeah,
Like
literally. Yeah, you
these were
just
like
hit
some
it
of
on
the
the
top
head.
teams for yeah.
Yeah,
So
literally
like
goes Mercedes, Haas, Ferrari. It was fun to see Haas up there, to be honest. But
yeah,
Mercedes, Haas,
they
Ferrari, McLaren, Racing Bulls, and Alpine. Wah, wah. But it was incredible how little Aston Martin got. They're just problem after
unbelievably
problem
little.
after problem after problem. Like, are we expecting this for the entirety of the season? Like, straight up, are they team 11 for you guys?
Do you want to know, or are we gonna get into it when we get into
Okay, I
predictions?
guess maybe not for you. I don't think this is going to get cleaned up. It just seems I don't know how, because I actually like Honda a lot. So this matchup was intriguing for me. Honda and Aston with Newey and stuff. I'm like, dude, and Newey was just at Red Bull. Honda was just there for a minute. So I was just, it felt good. It felt like a good matchup to me. So maybe it's just going to take some time to figure this thing out. Um, and obviously, again, the new regs hit everybody differently, but
Hmm.
it's I'm extremely concerned. And I haven't seen anything about what, like, if Alonso said anything too much, or if he's been kind of quiet on the situation.
Well, uh, I won't answer your question on where I have them yet.
That's
I'll
fair.
save it for the predictions, but I will state I think at the end of preseason testing, I had them in a specific place with the idea that they're Aston, they have loads of money, they have Newey, they're going to fix their issues and they're going to come back later in the season, at least a little bit. Not to be competing for world championship, but at least a little bit. And then we got into this week, and things changed a little bit for me. Just on how bad that car is, rumors about how they might have to adjust their strategy at this upcoming weekend just to save their drivers and the car. It's that makes me think like, oh, this is a really serious issue that they're facing right now, and if they have to sacrifice an entire race because of it, well, maybe it actually won't be that easy to fix and come back later in the season.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's a crazy moment. We talked about this a lot last year, and Mike, you also mentioned it. Like you were pretty much rooting for them to be fighting in that top four, I would say, or
Yep.
close to it. And then obviously we got through preseason testing. I was a proponent, and I still am. Like Newey's first year is never like it's never proven to be good. This is not a Newey problem though. It kind of is because he is a
It
little bit of
kind of
Aston
is.
Martin at the moment, but it truly is that Honda engine. And to kind of tie in
Right.
like Audi, right?
That's
Like
what's throwing
Audi's
me
also a
off,
new
though.
engine, but Honda's not really even a new engine, right? They've been
That's what I'm
partnering with Red Bull,
saying.
so it's
But
it's
like
very interesting.
it's not only Audi as the new engine either, but it's also we've got Ford new engine as well.
Yeah,
That Ford engine looks pretty solid. The Audi engine looks pretty solid. Like we've got multiple new engine manufacturers. Honda isn't even a new engine manufacturer. They've been around for the last 6 years. Like, but I was watching a different podcast earlier today, where they had Gunther Steiner on it, and Gunther brought up a great point.
Love.
He goes, yeah, man. He's like, just look at it. The same thing happened when Honda went and joined McLaren when they came back to Formula One. They came back, they worked with McLaren for a couple of years. They had a terrible engine. It was awful. And McLaren said, we're not going to deal with you. Kicked Honda out, picked up Mercedes power. Honda went to Red Bull, and then Honda nailed it. So he's like, this could be the exact same case where Honda just needs a couple of years to get their feet on the ground, but when they get moving, they'll get moving quick.
Okay, so you're looking for them absolutely to develop throughout the season. Aston.
Yeah, they probably will. I don't know if this season is going to be the season where they right their wrongs, but
Sure.
we'll see.
We don't know if this season's the season that they get higher than, sixth. Like,
Yes.
I mean, and that's like being nice, I feel
That's
like.
being very nice, I think.
This is definitely I mean, like, looking ahead, it's just you just don't see teams that come to the first race with so many issues. You just don't see them making a big comeback. This is unfortunately another just filler year, which is really bad considering it's the first year of new regs. Like, it's rough. It doesn't I don't think it also paints them a really good outlook for the next couple of years too, to be honest. Obviously, like, I can talk
So
big and I can say
prolonged,
this.
so prolonged struggling you see in
Maybe
the future for
I mean,
Aston?
we literally have not even started the season of new regs yet. I'm obviously talking. I'm talking out of nowhere a little bit, and my word means nothing. But like, I mean, come on, it can't be good.
Own it.
Obviously, Alpine had a really bad year last year, and they're going to come back this year a little bit better. I just think Aston has had so many, like a ton of just a string of mediocre years. I just don't see them making a huge impact until 28, maybe 30,
Damn,
even.
okay.
Like,
Okay.
Well, it can't
I feel
be
like
30
they
because
said,
Audi will be constructor then. Like
all right,
that's
just
our year.
maybe lay
What
out
are we
the Audi
what
stuff
are
for
we
a
even
little bit,
talking
buddy.
about anymore?
I think they did. I think Aston did mention this might have been in Drive to Survive, or I just heard it somewhere else. They did mention that the plan that they're on with Newey is like a now to 2030 plan. So like we might not see his masterpiece until 2030. I don't know, but it's obviously we're obviously going to see the Aston a little bit back in the field, at least for a little while. Either that back in the field on a good day. If not a not bad day, they're going to be in the pits or in their garage, I think, which is, I mean, kind of funny, but also kind of sad, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just the downfall compared to 2 years ago, you know?
Yeah, really.
All right, Joe, I got a question for you with the
Oh, I love
McLarens.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I mean, do we see these drivers get at each other a little bit more this year? I know it probably feels like I'm obsessed with that ideology, and I absolutely am because I think it's just gonna happen drastically at some point. And now that Lando has one, yeah, is Oscar even more aggressive with Lando, if that's even possible? Because it felt like Oscar was getting fairly aggressive at, multiple different occasions.
Uh,
Like in comparison to Lando, like I think Oscar's
yeah.
a much more aggressive driver, Verstappen-esque, and I, I don't know, he's hungry for one.
I think Oscar's definitely hungry for one. I think Oscar's performance incline is much steeper than Lando's. So if we were to go by those standards, he should be outperforming Lando this year. Just because he's done so well year after year after year. Granted, he was given a really good car pretty early, compared to Lando. That being said, I also don't know where Lando's head is at. If he thinks one and done, I'm happy, I'm a WDC. Now I can fight. I have nothing to lose. Or
I
is he
kind
in
of
the
feel that
mindset
way
of like,
about him,
no, I have to hold this.
which is
Like
messed up.
I could see him either way. My personally, what I would love to be the case is that Lando helps Oscar get one. I think that'd be like if he's just like, yeah, I got one. I want Oscar to get one now. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Lando's obviously going to want to fight for one.
We
That
got to
being
try to
said,
repeat, right?
yeah,
Like you got to try
he's
to
got to
repeat.
try. That being said, I think Oscar Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to answer your question, he's going to be more aggressive. He's just I don't know if aggressive is the right word. I think he's just going to be more experienced about it, right? I think he's going to make less mistakes. I think he's going to be more confident. I don't think he
Steep
should
drop
take.
off to end the season, though.
Yes, it was a steep drop off, but looking at the season as a whole, he was leading that championship for a good
For a
long
long
while.
time.
I think he learned a lot, hopefully. And I really hope he doesn't take. I hope he doesn't take that from the season that he had a steep drop off. What could have been. I hope he looks at it as I did really well. This is definitely like even though I got third, the best season you've ever had. Right? It can only get better. It's. I think it'll also just come down to the car. I just don't know if the car is going to be championship level winning. But they're both good enough drivers to I think at least attempt to do it again.
So
Okay.
I have a question for you then.
Okay.
We're running you through the ringer.
I'm here
In
for
my
Love
crazy
it. Love it.
hypotheticals of like we've heard now that Max is not super happy with the car and like the new regulations and things like that. And of course that anytime Max is the slightest bit miffed, people are talking about is Max leaving Red Bull? So there are chances that if McLaren really doesn't get this down and Max leaves, what are the odds that Oscar starts looking at a chance at moving to a different team, knowing that McLaren isn't giving him the opportunities?
if Red Bull is a clear competitor compared to McLaren, he should be looking at them 100%. I would hate to see him go, but it'd make me like Red Bull more, so that helps, I guess. Like I think it's totally fair, and I think he should look. Yeah, I'd probably be rocking a Red Bull hat too, but um, yeah, man. I mean, Max has complained about the regs. Just in general, I don't know if he hates his car. I just think he doesn't like the regs as they are, which
Agreed.
is fair. I don't think a lot of the drivers super care for them a ton. They seem to be a
Formula
little off.
E.
That also being said, though, Max seems very comfortable in the car already. Like he can drive anything. It seems like. Um, but to answer your question, yes, 100%, he should be considering Red Bull if Max leaves, if the car is more competitive than McLaren.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's not the seat, it's the car, right? So
Right.
like Yuki Tsunoda wasn't failing because the second Red Bull was broken. It's because the whole Red Bull was broken and Max was just able to
Right.
drive it better.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he has to consider that as well. And he might not. I don't know. He seems like a smart kid. I assume he would. Like, okay, Max obviously was an alien driving a spaceship, right? And he could drive literally anything. No one else can drive this car that he can drive. If I go to this team, am I going to become Lewis Hamilton in Ferrari first year, right? Am I just going to struggle with the car? So
Yeah.
it's hard.
I
He
feel like
also
that's going to
probably
be
gets
more natural, though, when you switch a team. Like the first year's just like, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, but I mean, like, it's not what you want. Obviously,
Of course not.
you're almost guaranteed that the first year is chopped a little bit, which kind of sucks.
Right. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, that's my take though. I
I
hope they
got
do well this year. Um, yeah,
I
we can stop talking about McLaren now. We can talk about something else.
No, that's all right. I got at least one more thing for you guys. We are getting close to our mark here, though, that we do have to wrap this segment up. But obviously, the car is a bit smaller this year. So I'm curious, do you guys think that creates any more high risk, high reward situations?
What do you mean by high risk, high rewards? Like
Like, are
you
we
were
going to
wondering if people are
see
going to start doing more lunges?
just in general, just take more chances because they might have it might feel like they have more room.
Uh, I'll answer this quick. No, I think it's going to be interesting in different ways in terms of controllability, less downforce, and how they have to manage that. I don't know if it's actually going to help with the overtaking and the fighting, and that's kind of my take on it.
If
Fair enough.
anything, if anything, Max was saying in a recent interview this week that he thinks that he said that he thinks that the sport is going to be more boring to watch because
Really?
he thinks there's going to be less fighting.
Hmm.
It's going to be more management and less action.
Yeah, here I'm definitely feeling the other way around, but we'll go ahead and go with Max, the guy that's actually driving the freaking car.
Uh,
But yeah, I was just
Smelty,
curious.
I think you're completely valid in thinking that because that's how they're supposed to be. They like
Right.
shorten the wheelbase, they made them smaller, and they made these changes to help with fighting. And I think they just got it wrong because they did that to the cars, they did it to the aero to help with fighting, but then they added this whole management and overtake system, which is like playing a way bigger role than the actual fighting that we may see. So
For
you're
sure.
not wrong for thinking that. I think it's just there's another side of the story that is now being, or another side of the coin, right? That's
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
kind of landing on more.
yeah. All right, last question. Then we seriously got to wrap this thing up. Or at least this segment. Don't worry, there's plenty more to come. We got predictions yet to come, of course. But real quick, who do you think will be the first driver to have a meltdown on team radio this season? Like,
Can we go back to the
ma
green car?
like major yelling.
I can already hear Fernando. Oh no, man, this is so broken. I can't drive this. Quit talking in my ear, man. Like Fernando is such a hothead over the mic.
Okay,
And
okay.
if
So you're
especially if he has a bad car. Like
for sure, for sure. So you're going Fernando. Um, I, I think it's just gonna be Max for me. Just similar stuff. Not like as a hate fest for Max. I just think he's gonna be frustrated early in the season and he's gonna freaking lose his mind real quick.
sure.
And probably rightfully so. And I think it's gonna be about the car rather than like anything around him. He's just gonna be frustrated about it for a second. My gut was telling me George, but I don't think he's gonna be too mad early on.
This is a hard question. I'm gonna go for the other Red Bull. I'm gonna go for Hadjar. He's young. He gets a little bit
Really?
more emotional.
He is
And
emotional, yeah.
if the car doesn't work for him, we have like it's his first year in it, so he might be a little bit more respectful of the radio. But
Right.
if he lets his emotions get the better of him, I could see him getting frustrated.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I was just thinking about that the other day, and I was just like, wonder what you guys think.
Good
But
question. I like it.
but all right, fellas. Well, I guess without further ado, let's head into our predictions, of course. All right, fellas, these predictions, like we talked about, we will start with the constructors and then head into our WDC predictions. Naturally, because Mike won by 1 point, not mad about it. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and throw that down to Mike, to give us your constructors, me boy,
Me boy.
me boy,
Sure. So
me
are we
boy, me
starting
boy.
from the bottom of I'm starting from the bottom, starting from 11th because we have 11 teams this season.
Oh, 11 teams.
11 teams. So in dead last, and this is a little contentious. I think this could flip flop. In dead last, I am putting Cadillac F1 team. In 10th, I am putting Aston Martin. In 9th, I have Visa Cash App Racing Bulls.
Mm,
Oh, whoa, interesting.
In
that's
8th,
curious.
That's
in
super curious.
in 8th, I have Williams.
Yeah, okay.
In 7th, I have Audi.
Hold on one second. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Uh, uh, oh, I know what I did wrong. I had
Oh,
our predictions in pretty colors, and so like one of the. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
what's
Okay,
going
I'd
on,
be
Joe?
embarrassed too.
I had
I
these
wake up
predictions in pretty
embarrassed, so
colors for the teams and stuff, right? So I didn't. There we go. All right, and so you said in eighth you had Williams, correct?
8th, I have Williams.
Okay, I'm good.
7th, and I think 5, 6, and 7 are all going to be competing in my opinion. In 7th, I have Audi, and I'm pretty confident that they'll finish in 7th. 6th and 5th are like a fight. In 6th, I'm putting Alpine. And
Respect.
in 5th,
Respect.
it's Haas's year. We're going to 5th, baby.
To be best of the rest, huh? Haas.
Best of the rest. For the first time
Okay.
ever, Haas will be best of the rest.
Okay, yeah, because the highest they've ever finished is
And then-
sixth, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
then
Oh, yeah. Okay.
in fourth, the
Here it
most
is.
bland opinion
Here it is.
is McLaren.
Whoa. Interesting. Okay.
Whoa, not a bland opinion. Oh, and this is where things get a little spicier for me. In third, I'm putting Mercedes.
Okay.
In second, I'm putting Red Bull. And then I'm putting Ferrari to win constructors this year.
That is
Oh.
interesting. It's interesting.
I heavily do not agree.
Which
Dang,
part? Which
interesting.
parts? Which
Interesting.
parts exactly?
You'll find out. You'll find out right now
Okay.
because I'm next.
Okay. Right.
Naturally.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So here it is. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so
No,
11.
sit back and relax.
11. No. 11. I got Aston. 10. I got Cadillac. I do represent, but yeah. Williams. I have actually at 9. Audi. I have at 8. I have Audi at 8. I do
Alpine?
not. I think they will be a
Audi.
little more successful.
Audi.
Audi, your
Audi.
boys at 8.
He can't hear them when they're
At
so
8.
low. He just doesn't.
Right.
It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. Doesn't compute. 7 Racing Bulls. 6 I got Haas.
Mhm.
Best of the rest, I got Alpine.
Alpine.
Yep.
Yep. Makes sense.
But I do agree. I think Alpine and Haas are going to be a fun battle literally the whole season.
Yeah.
If Alpine's actually back, and Haas are going to act like they never left. Red Bull is 4 for me.
Mhm.
3 is Ferrari for me. They were fast in testing.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
They were
That's
fast.
interesting.
They were fast in testing. But I just don't think it's going to last the entire season. So Ferrari's 3. 2.
Mhm.
Oh God, this is constructors now, isn't it?
I mean, you only have 2 teams to choose from.
I know, but one of those 4 drivers is considerably below the other 3, in my opinion.
But had a good year. I mean, had a decent year.
2 is McLaren, 1 is Mercedes. That's how I had it writ. That's how I had it wrote.
It's crazy. Even
it's
the
crazy.
McLaren fan is cringing.
I know it's crazy.
I think it's crazy, but not for the reason you think. All right. Because I'm last, I'll go a little bit slower on this just so we can talk about each of our choices because I have takes for some of them.
Oh, I do too.
Okay. In 11th for me, I have Cadillac. Newest on the grid. I do think they're going to struggle. That's just how it is. I don't hate Aston Martin in this place. We talked about it. They aren't in last for me because I think there's still a small chance they might be able to come back a little bit. That's just my take for 11th.
Fair enough. I think I'm cool with that. No problem.
Okay. All right.
No
If no one has
problem there.
issues with that,
Nope.
next
We'll get to the
Aston
issues,
Martin.
buddy.
Listen, Aston Martin's going to catch up. They're not going to catch up that much. Listen, I also mentioned earlier, like they're struggling way more than I thought they were. So
Okay.
I don't think that it's going to make the difference.
Okay, so not a lot there between us here. Okay.
In 9th, Smelty, you said Williams, which
Yeah,
I don't
feel awesome
hate.
about it, but it's just I have to put them there.
They looked like they weren't doing great in preseason testing. They didn't get to what they wanted to. The drivers didn't feel confident. Mike, you said V-Carb. V-Carb was actually truly the biggest unknown for me this entire preseason testing. I just could not place them anywhere. So I put them where I put them based on other teams. But in 9th for me is Audi. New engine.
I'm about it.
New team, obviously adapted from a team before, but new engine. I think they're going to run into some hiccups eventually. I think I mean, if I'm being honest, guys, they were 10th for me until Aston Martin kind of revealed a little bit more about their
Audi
car.
was 10th for
Uh,
you?
they were, yeah. I think
So
it being
if Aston Martin
it
made
being
that
an adapted
decision, how
team and
did
a
they
new
jump
engine.
Cadillac? If you had them
They didn't
last
jump. They
behind
never.
Cadillac.
I didn't. No.
Oh, I thought you said you
I
had them
had Aston
last.
Martin. I had Aston Martin in ninth, and I had
Oh,
Audi in 10th.
oh, I got you. I got you.
Yep. Okay. Eighth. Smelty said Audi. Mike, you said Williams. I also said Williams. For aforementioned reasons.
Yeah.
Seventh, Smelty, you said V carb. Mike, you said Audi, which is, I mean, okay. Uh, I put V
Let's just
carb.
hate.
Okay.
Yeah.
V carb because I didn't know much about them. They were the most mid like team for me. So it was just like I'm just gonna put them in the middle of my worst and my best.
Right on.
Okay. Hold on.
Mhm.
Because we've locked this in and we're just going to talk about how you and I are backwards on
Right.
these
It is
seasons.
locked in.
Let's
It
go.
is locked in.
Right.
Here we
It's
go.
locked in.
Here we go.
See, two things for VCarb, why VCarb is so low for me. One, the only reason VCarb did so good last season, or two reasons why they did so good. One is Isaac Kajar, or Isak Kajar, who is currently in Red Bull. Isak is now replaced by Arvid Lindblad, who is a driver that is an unknown. The one thing that we do know about him is that he got into a lot of trouble with the stewards in F2. And if he does that again in F1, it doesn't bode well for his season. Other issue, and part of the reason why VCarb was so fast last year is because they were just using the the RB24, the car that Max won WDC with. So they were using a prior made Red Bull car for their baseline, and they aren't going to be able to do that this season because it's whole new regulations, whole new aerodynamics. So without that baseline to work off of, they've got to create something from scratch again. And last time they made something from scratch, they really weren't that impressive. As opposed to Audi, who I also had in 10th.
Who also had to make something from scratch.
During the shakedown, I was so unimpressed with what I was seeing from Audi. I was like, oh man, they're probably going to come in 10th. But seeing all of the massive changes they've been putting together and how much they've improved since the shakedown, seeing how fast they're able to make these improvements, they're only going to continue to improve.
The upgrades were nice.
I think they genuinely have a contention to score a handful of points.
Okay. I think your reasoning for VCarb is solid. I have no notes against it, honestly. They were just like, I just couldn't read them at all. They didn't have any bad running, so I was like, they're probably going to be okay, but not great. I think my issue is that you put Audi above Williams, and I don't think Williams is going to be good out the gate, but I don't think they're going to be. I think they're going to gain more momentum and do better throughout the season than Audi will.
I also put Audi above Williams.
I've been seeing some of the comments.
That's okay. That's fine.
I've been seeing some of the comments, especially from Carlos, has been pretty vocal about feeling pretty drower about this car. And he's not vibing with it. They're not happy. Williams, like James Vowell, is not happy with where the car is. They're struggling with weight issues.
Yep.
They're really struggling to get their car down in weight, and that is an absolute killer for your car. So that was genuinely the weight issues was the number one factor that put Williams below Audi for me.
That's fair. Yeah, I think it's 6th and 5th, best of the rest. We both have all the same teams in these areas. And just in terms of, and it was truly very close. It was incredibly close for me. I think I had them swapped a couple of times, but I gotta go with my first love, and that's Haas.
Yeah.
At P6 or at P5? Nah,
no.
Get out of here.
Listen. I put Alpine I put Alpine last every day last year, right? So this is
right. So P6 is nice.
To scoff at.
Yeah, right.
Nothing to scoff at. It's also more because I just like Haas so much better than I like Alpine, and that's probably a big reason why too.
Also, for whatever it's worth, I think Joe's probably in agreement with me that if Alpine were to be ahead of Haas, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Genuinely, I think
I'm not going to be surprised if Haas is ahead of Alpine. Straight up.
Yeah, It's
So
it's gonna be a
It's
great fight between these
it's a
two.
crapshoot. Okay. I'm sorry. No, not the best of the rest.
worst of the
Just the
first.
best. Top 4. I have a list. It's labeled the best with the 4 and then the rest with the rest. So, top 4. In fourth, I have Oracle Red Bull team.
I agree. Who
For
did Mike
two
have again?
reasons.
Who did Mike have
He
again?
had
McLaren.
McLaren, which I honestly
That's
I
crazy
don't
to me.
I'm not mad at that. I think it's the top 4 were the hardest for me. I think Red Bull was only the one that I felt like the most confident about, and that's not saying a lot because I didn't really feel that confident. Red Bull, I think the biggest reasons for me, engine and Isaac Hadjar. Isaac did not get very good running in preseason testing. I don't think he feels comfortable with the car yet, and I think that the Ford engine, being a Ford engine, will eventually have some issues that they have to fix. But it looks okay right now. That's my take there. Okay. This is so interesting for what comes next because oh my god. My top 3 are interchangeable at the moment.
You got to set this in stone, big dog.
I know. I like
Big
part of
dog.
me. So here's the
Big
thing.
dog.
Do
Bark,
I
bark.
do I
That was
pitch?
a chicken.
Do I just go with what I wrote down before this or should I do something interesting and change it so we're all different?
Follow your heart.
No, yes.
Listen,
heart.
What Mike says.
you wanna
What
win this
Mike
year.
says.
You
Follow
wanna
your
win
effing
this year.
heart, son.
You want to win this year.
What's gonna get you
do
the
that by
dub?
following your heart.
Yep. Love it. Oh gosh, what a speech. Applause.
Thank you.
Okay.
Send roses to P.O. Box.
Damn, I hate this, but
What? You didn't finish. Where am I
okay,
sending the
okay,
roses?
okay. 3, 2, 1. McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari.
Ferrari, baby, the Scuderia.
I was going to put Mercedes in first, but then you put Mercedes, and I was going to put McLaren in first because you put Ferrari, so I just decided to do what I originally wrote. McLaren has 2 alpha drivers, but their car is not going to be good as Mercedes and Ferrari, in my
And they're
opinion.
gonna fight each other,
Mercedes,
piss fight in the pits.
I think Mercedes might have the best car, but Antonelli is a second year, and I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up.
That was my main
Ferrari
contemplation there. Mm-hmm.
Ferrari has 2 amazing drivers. If Lewis feels confident in the car, it makes the most
I fully
sense.
anticipate
If the
him to
car's
feel
working.
good this year. I think we're gonna see a different Lewis this year. I hope, or maybe that's me hoping. I guess
So
that
I'm,
we're
I'm
gonna
curious
see
to,
a better Lewis
if
this
that's your
year.
take, then why do you put them in third?
Because I don't think we're gonna see a better car that say per se. Like again, testing is
Oh.
great, testing is good, but this Ferrari is my argument towards you can't base everything on testing. And I'm not saying you guys are by any means. I think saying that Charles and Lewis are great drivers compared to just in comparison to George and Kimmy, 100%. They get the win in that category as well, but I just don't think over the course of the entire season it's going to be Ferrari this year. And I don't know. I just feel that Mercedes is like planned on this 2026 for a minute, and they're coming hard to try to compete
My
this year right out of the gate, 100%.
because like really all we have to work off of is testing, right? And what I
For
talked
sure.
about when we were talking about in testing,
Especially new
is
regs.
that the biggest thing is how many laps did the teams complete, and what engine manufacturer had the least amount of engine problems across the 2 testing areas between the shakedown and testing, and it was Ferrari. We basically never saw engine problems from Haas, from Cadillac, or from Ferrari. Meanwhile, we did see a couple of little issues from the Ford. We saw a couple of little issues from the Mercedes. The Honda engine is on fire. Like,
right.
but the Ferrari engine has been proving to be really stable. So
It has. It's done very
and
well.
I mean, like, Charles is beaming right now. Like, we haven't seen Charles this happy in a long time, which is a good look.
And I would love to see Charles win WDC. I'm almost certain that's who I picked to win WDC last year. It will not be
You did.
this year, but yeah.
Oh, I'm that Mike. That means that our prediction for
wrong.
Smelty was wrong. That's crazy. In that case, I do know who you're going to pick instead because I know your your constructors.
Yep.
Yeah,
but let's not waste
Let's
any more
get to
time.
it.
Let's get into it, right? Yeah.
So
right. So
me,
Mike goes first.
Yeah.
So Mike goes first.
Yep.
With
so I
your
go first.
5. With your 5, and
The
then we'll come
5,
back
yeah.
to you
So
for
we-
the rest of your list because you did it all.
I have got all 22 drivers in something resembling a list. So
Pish posh.
starting from 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from 5th, I have one Kimi Andrea Antonelli.
I'm
Wow. Wow.
in 4th,
Wow.
I have
we're just gonna skip right over it then. Okay.
in 4th, I have a Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
That
god.
is
Oh my
insane.
god.
Wow.
This gets
crap.
strap in, Joey. Sit down. I need you to put your seatbelt on. Yeah, you're gonna fall out of your seat again. In
Oh my
third
god,
place,
you're not
I'm
even gonna put a
putting-
McLaren in there, are you?
in
You
third
sick
place,
You-
I am
you
putting-
sick bastard.
George Russell.
Okay.
In what place?
In third.
Third. Finally, the first name that should be in the top 5. Okay.
I would
Guys,
agree.
what are you
I would
talking
agree.
about? I
No,
put McLaren in fourth.
I wholeheartedly
If I have
agree.
McLaren in
I
fourth in
wholeheartedly
constructors,
agree.
why am I gonna have McLaren drivers in the top 5? And we're just skip number 2. Who's my winner of who's my WDC for this year?
Yeah, go 1 and then 2.
Who's my WDC for this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, that makes
It's Charles Leclerc. Come on, who the hell do you think I'm? I'm picking Charles Leclerc
Charles
for WDC. Max
Leclerc.
Verstappen is going to come in second.
Wow.
Max coming in second
So,
to Charles Leclerc.
Max is going to come in second to Charles Leclerc this year. I think, like I said, Charles is beaming. The Ferrari engine looks great. Bam, nailed it.
No.
Don't dab.
No. No.
I'm about to change my entire WDC lineup because of you. I want you to know
You're gonna
that.
put Oscar, Lando, then Charles.
Exactly. All right. I had to stand up because you threw me. Because oh my god. Okay, Smeltsy. Can you please put some sanity into this prediction list, I beg of you.
The first one might throw you. This might be the
Fifth?
farthest down he's finished
Say
in
it.
a long time. 5th, Max Verstappen.
Whoa, that is interesting.
I think
Okay.
WDC is going to be very close this year.
Mm.
That's my go-to here with some of these picks is that it is very close race between these top 5 even. Like hopefully it is that close. That'd be exciting as hell, right? But
Yep.
4 is Lando Norris, reigning champ.
Okay. Yeah.
3 Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
2 Charles Leclerc,
Yeah.
and 1 is going to be George Russell for his first one.
That
Wait, who'd you put in 3 again?
Piastri.
Oscar.
Piastri. Yeah.
Oscar beating out Lando.
Yeah.
I do feel that that's going to happen.
I also feel that that's going to happen. My
Kimmy and
was-
Lewis 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Mhm.
Out of the top 5. Absolutely.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
top 5, I knew exactly who was in the top 5. The order, though, no idea.
I do
Truly
truly
no-
feel it could go any of the 5
I think it could go
to
anywhere.
win a championship.
Um,
I hope Lewis does it. Shit. I just don't. I hoping and real talk is just different.
now I kind of okay. So I think I am gonna change what I wrote down just for the sake of being different. Or should I go with who I want to win? Because that also is different. What do you guys think?
Oh
What should
my
I do?
God. Your heart,
don't-
damn it. We've talked about
My
this.
heart. My heart.
Follow your heart.
But my heart's
That's right,
wrong.
Nico
I know
Hulkenberg.
for a fact my
Is your
heart's
heart
wrong.
okay? Is your heart different than your brain?
Yes, 100%.
Follow your brain. Follow your brain on this one then.
Follow my brain.
You
And I
followed your
don't
heart on
follow the-
constructors, so
I don't follow the gambler, right? I don't follow a gambler who just wants to do something different than you guys. Do I just do what I wrote
don't
down?
No.
don't just do something
Just
because
look
it's different than what we
last
said.
year. Last year, you and I had very similar top 5s.
That's true.
We had incredibly similar top 5s. I think
Okay.
I had like one different driver.
Okay. I also will say, like,
here it
this
is.
doesn't follow my heart. This isn't what I want it to be. In my heart of hearts, I want Piastri to win this thing. But For WDC, fifth, I have Norris.
George
Fourth,
Russell.
I have Piastri. Third, I have Verstappen. Second, I have Leclerc. And first, I have George Russell.
You
And
damn right. You damn
and
right.
may I say, because you were quoting signs earlier, in between the break, I saw a video of signs saying that it's either going to be Verstappen or Russell that wins this year.
I saw that same one. I saw that same one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
that honestly,
Why does he not feel that Charles could do it then?
That threw me for such a loop because I literally for the last week have been like, Max is going to win WDC. Max is going to win WDC. And then this last week I was like, but Charles. And I like the main reason why I picked Charles is because I would rather have Charles win it between the two of them. But boy, I almost made it. I almost called an audible.
I would rather Charles win it too. I would rather either be Charles or Piastri, just to have that on the record. I want them to be the winners.
Me too,
if I have only, I think, okay, I don't even want to talk about Hamilton and Antonelli because there's such wild takes for fifth and fourth. But Smeltzy, Verstappen's so low is so interesting. I mean, I feel like they outplay McLaren, but you feel like the McLaren's better than what we're seeing now.
I think it's bigger than that. I think this is the beginning of the end for Max Verstappen at Red Bull for sure. Is this season?
So I have a question for you, Smelty. Are you aware that Max Verstappen he was the first driver to do a new downshifting technique when taking corners, and since that became public knowledge, and people have been starting to see in it, other drivers and other top drivers have started replicating what Max is doing.
That's cool. I'm not saying Max isn't the best driver on the grid.
I'm just saying,
arguably,
clearly Max
that's what
has
WDC represents, right? But
Max
I think
has a better look on these regulations.
Still a car too, so that's cool. That's cool. And Max is going to give it hell. I have no question. He drove the crap out of that car last year and still almost made the most amazing comeback we probably would have ever seen in F1 to win a championship. And he's still a multi-time champion. He's at the top of his game. It's not going to be this season. It's not going to be this season.
You're crazy.
I know.
You know what? I made the mistake last year of saying, Max Verstappen's going to fall off. His car looks bad. We won't see Max Verstappen do anything special. And then Max Verstappen kicked me to the ground, spit in my face, and said, who the hell do you think I am? I will drive a lawnmower to a pole position.
You'll drive a lawnmower?
All right. Oh, my gosh. Fellas, we got to move on here right into the Australian GP. But that's our predictions. Joe's got them down. But yeah, Australian GP, Joe, you have some bullet points here.
Yes,
I think we got Mike with the weather.
Yeah,
all sorts of things.
We'll be very quick with this. Very quick.
Right, correct.
This year, the Formula One Qatar Airways Australian Grand Prix 2026. A fun fact, if you will. Almost a third of the field retired, if you will. Almost a third of the field retired on lap 1 in 2002 after dramatic multi-car collision. Fun fact. And also a little bit of a quick look into what happened last year as well. Which was a bit wet and hectic. Speaking of wet, Mike, what does the weather look like this weekend?
I'm so glad you asked. So currently Melbourne weather is showing for Sunday a high of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. That is going to be that's about 22 degrees Celsius for our non-metric unit or our metric unit friends.
Literally the entire rest of the world. Yep.
For literally the entire rest of the world, except for one other country.
We're stupid.
But yeah, looks like there's a slight chance of rain on Saturday, but doesn't look like there's much chance of rain on Sunday, so it should be dry racing. Track conditions look like they should be really good. So
that sounds good. We'll be a bit different than last year then. Speaking of last year, just a couple of quick points. Jog your memory of what happened before the race even started. Isaac Hadjar crashes into the wall into the formation lap, causing a slight delay to the start of the race. Right after the race restart, we see Jack Doohan crash. The safety car comes out, and then Sainz crashes during that safety car. More trouble for the rookies as Kimi spins.
I forgot about the Sainz part.
Yep. Kimi spins while fighting Hulk for position. Alonso crashes on lap 34. We do get to see some fighting between Norris, Piastri, and Max as the track goes between dry and wet states. McLaren's go off track into the grass, Lando making it back, staying ahead of Max, while Oscar unfortunately beaches himself and has to settle for less. And then before the end of the race, we see Lawson crash, Gabby crash. We get another safety car, and from restart, Lando moves comfortably ahead into first, takes the first win of the season. Our final being Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Antonelli, Albon, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Leclerc, Piastri, and Hamilton to round out the top 10. So, gentlemen, I ask you, what's going to happen this upcoming Saturday for us, Sunday for the rest of the world?
I don't know, Joe. What is gonna happen?
You want me to
Honestly, I
start?
haven't.
No,
mean-
no. Mike's gonna start, but
I haven't
you're
even
you're the
thought about.
you're the
my
one that's
Well,
got to
predictions.
climb out of the cellar here.
No,
You know, just to
I
be
think I
fair.
should start. I think I should start because no matter what you guys say, it's not going to change my mind. I'm set in stone. First is going to be Oscar. I want a hometown win so bad. Second is going to be
Okay, that's
Verstappen
cool.
because he's Max Verstappen, and third is
Nice.
going to be Norris because I'm still on that McLaren hopium train. This will be one of maybe two races, one of maybe three races that I do a strategy like this. The rest are going to be based off of what happens on this race, more or less. So, we don't really have much else to go off of. So I'm giving it to my hometown hero for the win. I hope he can do it. That'd be sick. And if not, Verstappen should help me mop up some points at least.
Mop up some points.
Yeah, he's like
Nice.
my safety guard
My
essentially.
safety net. My free
Um,
space is Max Verstappen.
Should I go next?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
All right. Winning the race. No, we're gonna start in third. What am I doing?
Okay.
Third place. Wait, hold on. I just had it here. Hold on. Yeah, okay. All right. Third place, George Russell. Second place, Oscar Piastri.
Okay.
First place, Charles Leclerc. Everybody's gonna jump on that Ferrari bandwagon immediately, and they'll be hot. They'll be hot for the first couple weeks. I'm banking on they won't be for the rest of the season, though.
Nice. By the
We
way,
got
I
Mike.
forgot. I
Hulkenberg?
forgot to mention. Oh yeah, of course, Hulkenberg's gonna be on the podium every
Okay.
race.
Putting it.
Wait. I forgot
Locked.
to mention earlier while we were bringing up Melbourne. It is worth noting every track moving forward because we've done away with DRS in this new era. We now have active arrow. The DRS sections are oftentimes going to be used for straights, but they added a fifth straight onto the Melbourne track. So there will be 5 active arrow zones in which drivers will be able to open their rear wing. So that's just a little thing that I felt like should
All
be
right.
addressed.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
But with that said, also I heard like a statistic that the last 6 years or something like that, the driver who wins the first race has won WDC every year for like the last 6 years or something like that.
Really?
That
yeah.
true? That's crazy.
I think so. Yeah, it's something like that. Now, to be fair,
Interesting.
4 of those years were Max Verstappen, but so with that said, winning this Grand Prix, I believe, is going to be Charles Leclerc.
Okay.
In second place, I'll take my free space of Max Verstappen.
Fair.
And for third place, we're going to take the fun option of Oscar Piastri,
Yay.
my boy on the podium.
Hey. Is this season gonna be as stressful for you, Joe, since you have lower expectations for McLaren?
I am.
Or are you just happy
I'm
now that they've
already-
won, that Lando won, and it's good?
I'm happy that Lando won.
Ready for him to go back to 11.
I feel content. I am gonna be sad if they just nosedive, but there were points last year where I was genuinely upset about things, and I don't want to do that this year. So I'm
I
gonna
don't
just
think you'll
keep,
have to, though.
like, I'm just gonna keep I
low
think it'd be really
expectations.
cool. I have no like I really wanted a McLaren to win, and I still really want Piastri to win this year. But like I'm just gonna be like
Different
it'd
feeling.
be really sick. So I'm gonna step back and say it'd be really sick if we got another new WDC. Otherwise, Verstappen takes it, he takes it, and that's just kind of how it goes, you know.
Yeah.
He does that
Fair enough.
sometimes.
Fair enough. Well, fellas, this kind of wraps our first episode of the season already. This was a long one, but it's here. It's done.
To be expected.
We've done it.
First
Yeah, I
episode
mean
of the
prediction,
season.
preseason, we got to talk about all of it. So, yeah, hopefully next time we're in person, back in the old studio. But if not, hopefully this went well. About to find out, right? Hopefully this went well. So yeah, I don't know. With that, what do I usually say? Oh yes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to the banner, whether that's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And we will see you next week for obviously the recap of Australia. And what the
Preview
heck is
China?
the China? Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Previewing China naturally. There's not a sprint that early, is there? No.
There is, yeah.
Is
We
there a
sprint
sprint
in
at
China.
China?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we'll talk about all that next week. No worries there. But until next time, peace.
Yes, sir. That's an outro.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more Banter with the Boys.